Hello everybody, and welcome back to part of 41 of our Harvestella Let's Play series. This is a series where we take a look at Square Enix's take on a very popular farm sim genre, but it's still pretty JRPG. But that's okay, because we like JRPGs, we like Square Enix, and any new farm sim is worth a try. Now, this is typically where I would go and transfer over and we'd start playing the game. But that's going to be a little bit different this time. For those of you not aware, sometimes OBS likes to be a little bit finicky and unfortunately likes to change audio inputs every once in a while. So, did my video as I always do the recording, and when I was getting ready to review it, as I always review them, so that way I can get a nice little summary for you guys, I saw that there wasn't any audio. So OBS actually changed all my audio outputs and inputs, so there's absolutely no sound, nothing caught on the microphone, nothing caught from in-game. And it was really frustrating, honestly, because I've never had that happen before. I've usually been able to catch it, but that's the case. So what we're gonna do instead is we're gonna do a little shortened version, and we're gonna do a nice little compilation of everything, so you guys will have all the highlights from part 41. So let's go and head on over to those now. We start off part 41 with day 27 of autumn. Now, we're luckily done with planting for this season, so we're just focusing on harvesting our crops and filling up all of our makers right now. We do cook a few new dishes, and we complete the quest for cooking 60 dishes. Afterwards, we went to Nemea to talk to Azil. He has a lot of concerns regarding Nutella, and in a super awkward moment, she shows up in the middle of us talking about her and all the concerns that we have. She claims that she was actually Tiela and tries to convince Azil to be with her and use her power over the dragons so they can essentially take over the world together. And Azil was like, Tiela would never. And Otella was sassily unhappy that he wouldn't take her offer up on world domination by her side. But anyways, after that drama, we bought a lot more seeds, burning through the gill we had saved, but making sure we're well prepared for winter. And we finished off the day by fishing more in Argene, where I caught another iceberry. With that, we move on to day 28, where we're doing more harvesting, and the plots are getting pretty empty right about now. We went to complete more tasks for the fairies and decided to fight some of the fears. I went back to the Autumn Sea Light since I figured they'd be easy pickings and took down a lot of them. But sadly, they didn't count for some reason, so that was not fun. We cooked a lot of new dishes from the recipes we bought in Argene, and we did some fishing at home. And the final day that we had was the 29th. We emptied out more of our farm before heading to the inns to check if they'd take any of the new dishes we made. Unfortunately, they weren't open until 10, so I left Lethe for Nemea and decided to do Azil's next story first while we were waiting. Azil says that Otella wants to meet us and asked me to go for a walk to discuss it when suddenly one of the dragons, the weird pink ones, appears at the town entrance. We rescue the kids that were there, and Otella shows up threatening to flatten the whole town and kill all the people in it, before asking Azil why he doesn't want to choose her over Tiela. Like, girl is a best. Azil's not having it and has made it super clear he doesn't want Otella or her power over her dragons. And ends with her dramatically saying multiple times that we'll never see her again, and me and Azil just not buying it. We then, again, after more drama from Otella, check out each of the inns in the towns, and we were able to deliver some food to Shatola and Argene, which helps us get a little more extra cash while freeing up our inventory space. And finally, we do some training in the Winter Seas Light Cave. We are able to open up an area we haven't been in before, and we get to do a bit more cooking before ending it for the night. So I know this is a different format than what we normally do for this, so I am very sorry about that, but I really appreciate you guys still sticking with me, even though we did things a little bit differently this time, and I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the highlights from part 41. We'll be back to our normal format starting with part 42 because I am a very OCD and checking all of the audio now before I get started on any of this. So with that being said, I hope you guys all have yourselves a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, and I'll see you guys again next time. Goodbye, everybody.